Welcome to Duo Chat with Brittany and Cynthia, where we talk about drama shows from shows ranging from the 90s to today.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Cynthia. And today we have our guest host, Jaycee, with us today.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back today.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes, all right. So this is season 6, episode 21, titled Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, aired date April 30th, 2003, and the synopsis is
Pacey returns to Capeside where Dawson invites him to be a producer on the film. Pacey accepts but can't work up the courage to tell Dawson that all his money is gone. With classes at Worthington over, Joey says goodbye to Audrey, who has attended summer school to make up for her absences, with Jack Osborne tagging along. Joey also returns to Capeside. Back in Boston, Jen invites her mother over to Graham's, where she wants her to tell her daughter about her cancer. CJ's Uncle Bill storms into the house and reveals everything by saying she has cancer. Also, Pacey finally tells Dawson about losing all his money in the stock investments. So we start off with Pacey in front of Gail's house when Dawson walks out.
Awkward.
Okay, but then he was like, I forgot you don't lock your doors.
It's weird. I'm always locking mine.
I know. This is definitely a different time and a different town, I guess, because I mean, we're not in a big city or anything, but I make sure I lock my doors.
Oh, absolutely. You can't trust people around
No,
here.
I feel like it's probably nowadays. I feel like back then you may have gotten away with it, but now, no, you gotta lock your door every time you step foot in the house.
Everyone's got cameras now.
Which is so sad.
It is.
Okay, but did you guys think he should have told him right then and there?
Yes, but I can understand why he didn't.
Yeah, because that's when Dawson shows him his
his film?
No, his room.
That he from the past.
Recreated.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, recreated.
2004 too. His bedroom when he was 15.
So, Dawson,
which it doesn't seem that long ago.
Well, for us at least,
yeah. So Dawson looked so happy.
He did.
With Pacey, showing him the whole room.
Like they were best friends again back in high school.
Yeah, but then you saw Pacey's face, and then I was like, how do you tell him? Like, how do you tell Dawson? Like, what would you say?
God, there's no easy way to say it.
If you screwed Cynthia over, what would you say to her?
Oh my gosh. I don't think I...
You know what she would do?
I don't even know what I'd say.
She would ghost you. You'd just never hear from her again.
And then it's never even mentioned how much money was lost either.
So. I'm curious. It's got to be a good amount.
He got this money from working with Todd. He couldn't have gotten that much. He was just a assistant PA or something. Like, I just don't feel like...
He said his whole life savings, though? Well...
No, but when he was giving the money, he said this was the money from that he was worked with Todd.
Oh, well, I mean... So he made a film, right?
Could have been that much. Todd made the film. Get your story straight.
Didn't that films make more money back in the day?
He said back in the day.
Back in the day. I mean, this was a while.
And then plus this film also went straight to cable. It didn't even go to the movies.
Oh, so it couldn't have made much.
No.
Well, he made $200.
This is what I'm saying. How can he make a whole film? I mean, I don't understand Dawson.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And what happened to Mr. Brooks' money? I thought he had a whole bunch of it.
Didn't he blow it on college?
And he gave some to Joey too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I thought he had a bunch left. And then when he was arguing with Gail about going back, he was talking about he didn't want to waste her money. And I was like, I thought you had money. How are you going to waste Gail's money if you have money?
And why does he keep assuming his parents are going to keep paying for everything?
Because his name's Dawson. Because his mom would. And his dad.
Yeah. Oh, R.I.P. Mitch.
He's still sad.
Miss you.
Oh, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Are you happy that Addie's gone?
Yeah, he was getting annoying towards the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He doesn't think too much. He doesn't think things through.
That's funny. But I didn't like this scene only because, I mean, what's Pacey about? He's about to break, little Dawson's heart. So,
Yeah, so he said that he got 3 more credit cards. I think that's mean like a total of 5 now, I think he has.
Ooh, Pacey?
And the 3 new ones that he just got, he said he maxed them out in a day.
What?
So he's just spending like crazy.
Wait, no, who is?
Dawson?
Dawson. She said Pacey.
Oh,
That's fine.
I thought it was Pacey.
No,
Pacey. Dawson's getting credit cards.
Yes,
I missed that.
Yeah, because he was getting credit cards so he could buy all his film stuff.
Who is giving him a credit card?
And
what company?
Yeah, I don't know. And so when, he thought that with this investment, he'd make probably even more money than he's spending to pay it all back.
Well, Pacey did make it sound really good.
Yeah, so.
I mean,
he would make mistakes here.
Yeah, I mean, but he's like, oh, I trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, well, not like he screwed him over on purpose.
Exactly. And Dawson did go to Pacey to say, do this. And Pacey said, no.
It's always a risk when you do investments.
Yeah.
Always.
There's always that chance, and most likely you're going to lose some money.
Yeah.
I mean,
and ultimately it was up to Dawson what to do.
Because Pacey did say no first.
Yeah.
But Dawson was like, no.
Press the issue.
Yeah. So, whose fault really? Here's the thing.
Both.
And we'll get to it. I get where they both come from.
I almost knocked my microphone over. Oops. Yeah. Anywho.
It was just a sad scene just because, Dawson's little heart. Little.
We know what's coming.
Yeah, because he's like, we, did exactly what we wanted to do,
Pacey's like, not really.
And then that's when Dawson says he's going to give him credit on the film for being the associate producer.
Oh my God.
What is associate producer?
Well, a new name?
Yeah, the full title that he said was financially savvy associate producer.
So it was weird too because was it Dawson? He was like, "You and I have moved ahead," and it's like, and then it was like, "Hands Betty, it's not about to happen that way." But okay,
Dawson's just making it worse.
But then, when he said he was giving him credit on the film, I was like, "Ooh, this isn't good." I mean.
Pacey's just feeling even worse and worse by the second.
I mean, Dawson is not going to take this well.
No. Yeah. Dawson doesn't take any bad news well.
No. And now he's broke.
Yeah, so when Dawson asks Pacey what he wants to talk about, he kind of freaks and just says about his casting for his own self, to try to...
can I say something?
Yeah.
When Pacey says that casting Pacey would be hard, I agree with that.
Joey?
Pacey.
Oh, yeah.
Pacey. Got that?
I'm thinking about something else.
Quit thinking of Joey.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a different scene.
Pacey. My favorite.
Oh, I think everybody knows Pacey is your favorite. All the listeners know.
And he's not yours. Oh my God.
I like Jen.
She's barely in the show.
I like Jen. But no, as far as guys go, Pacey he's it. He's the one.
And then Dawson's spending some money on the actors too, so he has headshots of them, and Dawson says they don't know what they're getting into, and Pacey says somebody should warn them.
Yeah, because they're not going to be making any money. But the thing is, if Dawson has a contract with them, Dawson somehow has to find money to pay for them. You know what I mean? Because there's a legal contract to that, I would think. I don't know. Legally, I don't know, but I'm just assuming.
He's way over his head.
But I think since this didn't go on too long, he was only about to start the auditions before this happened, so I think he didn't get too far enough to
Let's hope not,
get
because
into any legal trouble.
that
because
would be pretty devastating.
yeah.
And then after the theme song, Jennifer, Jenny, all the names that she's called in this episode, her mom Helen gets out of the cab and gets to the house.
So when I saw her mom,
Jenny, that's weird.
When I saw her mom, I was like, "What is she doing here?"
Yeah,
Because I totally forgot that she was
around.
Yeah, I thought that was her only episode. All those seasons ago. I didn't think she came back.
She's like, "Oh, Grams, what she said?
This is the same actress, right?
I didn't think it looked like the
It's
same
so long.
one.
I didn't think so.
I thought she looked different, but I could.
But I didn't. Yeah, I could be wrong too. But did you hear her tell Jen? She's like, "Oh, did you cut your hair?" And Jen
She's been cut her hair.
she said, "Yeah, 5 inches of blonde just fell off."
So sarcastic. I love Jen.
But when was the last time she saw her mom? When they said they were getting divorced, right?
So it's been a long time.
So it's been a year, so...
Would she expect her to look the same?
I guess so. I guess she's supposed to just keep her hair the same.
Some people
do. Maybe it's because that's her only way of recognizing that's her daughter.
Blonde hair.
Longer hair. Not the short bob that she has going.
I like her hair. It looks cute.
A couple episodes ago, it was very short. I
did like the Andy haircut from back in the day.
This one's worse. It was... cut here, and it was cut. It looked bad.
Hell no. Oh my god.
She's so pretty. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, who would do that to her?
Maybe she wanted it.
Maybe they did it to her to make her look less pretty because she was outshining the other girls.
Is that your opinion?
Yes, it is, honestly. It is.
My other question to you guys is, why is Jen happy to see her mother?
Because you learned that she caught her there.
I know, but why she isn't around her daughter.
True.
How could you be excited to see somebody that, kicked you out of the house and, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's still her mom.
Yeah, I would have resentment.
I'm sure she does. I mean,
now
that's a tough thing to deal with. Was
it her mom that called Grams that woman?
Yep.
I said, she told Jen, that woman. And I went, you mean your mother? Helen?
That woman.
My mouth dropped. I was like, this is why Jen should not be happy to see you.
Yeah.
You are calling her grandmother, who she loves, who is the only person that loves her, that woman. I didn't like it. I'm like, she gave birth to you. Some comments.
That woman.
They are different actresses, actually.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
That's why it looked not the same. Mm-hmm. I didn't care, though, for Helen coming back.
It was weird.
Out of the blue.
Especially since they didn't use the same actress. It's like, who's this woman?
Get out of the car.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, her mom's happy.
Yeah.
How can you be happy not having a relationship with your child?
I wouldn't be.
Right.
And that was funny how Jen made the reference of, I know mom's not, any Mary Poppins, but I think she deserves to be in the loop.
Well, Jen really thinks that?
Yeah, because, Mary Poppins was the nanny that took care of the kids.
Yeah.
While Jen's mom just neglected her and her dad, both of them really, and then the mom shipped her off to Grams.
So she's calling her mom Mary Poppins?
No, it isn't Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm like, her mom is no way a Mary Poppins.
Her mom's the devil.
Yeah.
And then in the dorm room, this is gross because...
oh my god, it was.
Yeah,
it was
Jack,
so cringy.
Ugh.
Osborne, Audrey's just strumming her guitar before she even realizes that...
I didn't even know she played guitar.
Yeah, that's brand new.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you knew she could sing from the band.
Iffy.
I mean, I'm saying she had some musical connection.
Yeah, we knew she got up on stage.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe she picked it up in rehab and You know, they could have mentioned that.
That could be.
That would have made sense. But anyways.
Why is he smelling her shorts?
I know.
As in Joey.
Weird.
It's just probably some fetish.
Ugh.
I know he's got a thing for Audrey, watching her naked.
Yeah.
But why do we have to then do the same thing to Joey?
Right. It's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It was so gross because he was like, these are, and kid, it was like, oh, I do not like this at all.
And then, like, I don't get why Audrey didn't, like, snatch the shorts from him the second she saw him.
When he was picking them up.
Yeah, well, she was looking
What a
down,
perv.
so, yeah.
Like, if some creepy guy was picking up your guys' shorts, I would not let him even get, like, near the shorts.
Heck no.
Snatch and then hit him, too, because, you know, I want to
Yeah.
Yep.
So, no.
And then same thing, Joey walks in, still doesn't snatch it from him. You know, she just says that she might have some clothes that might fit him. And then,
What did you think of the Hollywood offspring comment?
Yeah, that was funny.
I don't know who that is.
What?
I thought it was a band. Hollywood Offspring.
Oh, no, she meant literally.
Oh!
Because she's talking about Jack Osborne.
Yeah.
Oh!
I mean, that would be a good band name, but yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood Offspring, yeah. That's what I thought it was. I'm like, I've never heard of them.
So when Audrey's saying goodbye to Joey.
Yeah.
So they were roommates freshman year and sophomore year.
Yeah.
They can't be roommates junior year. Do you get kicked off campus? What happens junior year? Because she was like, oh, we're never going to have this again. And it's like, what?
Is Joey switching schools? Is Audrey switching schools?
I could see if Audrey did.
Yeah, we don't really know. Joey hasn't mentioned anything. Audrey, we don't know how she's doing summer school. Or what she's doing summer
unless
school.
Audrey is assuming she's not going to make it.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it just threw me off. Because I'm like, you've been roommates for 2 years.
Yeah. It's strange.
And her parents have money. They could buy and they could rent out an apartment for the year for her and Joey.
Yeah.
So it didn't make any sense to me.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. I think they were trying to wrap up the show by saying that. But at the same time, they're only going to be juniors.
But we are nearing the end.
Yeah, of the show, but I'm saying it for their storylines.
Very true, because they're not finished
If
yet.
they would have fast forwarded and said we're seniors and we're graduating, that's one thing, because you're not going to be roommates again.
Right.
But to say that right now doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
And then Audrey gave Joey her her very soft pink armrest pillow as a gift. Goodbye gift.
Oh, that's been through.
Sweet.
That's been through a lot though.
And like
all the time she's slept with somebody,
Ew,
including Pacey.
No,
I wouldn't want that.
Well, she was just trying to make it like, you know, as
cute.
Yeah,
herself.
but even Joey didn't want that. She was like, no, thanks.
Yeah, just like overwhelming at first, but once you give it, once you give it, it's comfort, and you find you can't live without it. She tells Joey. Like her. And then Joey, points out that she never had like a real friend that was a girl and a good one at least.
See?
What about Audrey?
She was saying that to Audrey. But I just thought of Jen.
Well, yeah. And Andy.
Yeah.
So. But I told you, these girls are not friends on this show.
What
have I told you all 6 seasons?
The whole time, yeah.
And you guys said, no, they are friends. Guess what? She just said it. The only friend she had was Audrey.
And then Jen and Jack are grocery shopping.
This was a throwback to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Was it?
When they grocery shopped together. In season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because it was kind of weird then, too.
Yeah, Jen's only cooking so Grams doesn't have to worry about it. Jack wasn't expecting to go to this dinner with Helen, but Jen needs the support.
Helen.
But of course, Jen isn't telling Jack, why she's really there.
Now, given how she wants Jack to go into this, right?
Right.
Shouldn't she tell Jack beforehand? about Grams?
I don't think it's her place.
Well, look how he found out.
Well, that was unexpected.
Because, like, you would think, like, the best friend would know everything first.
And he was
I
kind
can
of...
see him. Yeah, he
He was-
should have known, but
But he's, like, closer than a best friend.
he's like a brother.
And he's, like, Grams'
Son.
grandson, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was weird how she just kept him out of the loop.
Yeah.
Well, Grams didn't want to tell anybody. She didn't want nobody worried about her.
Well, she told Jen.
Only because she kind of forced her to.
Yeah. She probably wouldn't have even told her.
And apparently CJ is going to New York for school.
Out of nowhere, everybody's just leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Joey gets home to Capeside, and she finds that Dawson left her a copy of his script on the doorstep.
She got so excited.
Mm-hmm.
You love Joey and Dawson.
Over my dead body.
And then Joey gets to Dawson's house, where she finds the ladder back up against the window.
So you know how the script was on the porch?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, because it's a B&B, what if somebody else would have picked it up? And then...
They could have.
Well, I know...
Stole this whole script.
Well, yeah. But then he would have told Joey, well, did you like my script? And she would have went, what?
What if somebody stole his idea and made a movie?
That's what like, why would you be dumb enough to, like, why wouldn't you give it to her sister?
Mm-hmm.
Or Bodie, who's never there?
Mm-hmm.
Or Alexander, isn't he old enough?
Should be, but
I mean, you have people to give it to. Why? Or put it in their mailbox. I don't know. But it's just weird.
So many other options.
It's just weird that you put it on the porch at a B&B.
Uh-huh.
It's not like it's just their regular house.
Exactly.
It's a business. Not that anybody's ever there, but it's still a B&B, so it didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird, again, that nobody's coming in and out of the B&B. Joey can just sit on the step, enjoy
Right.
himself, read the script on the porch. I was like, is nobody there? Can we, like, say that nobody's here? Because I'm,
That's what it seems like.
It's never busy.
Yeah, so Joey finds the ladder, and Dawson tells her to climb up it. So she
Looks
does.
so nostalgic.
Mm-hmm. And that's when she sees his room.
Yeah, and then she said, your eye for detail is creepy.
Yeah, because
It is.
like every little tiny little thing on the shelves and stuff.
It is weird, every little thing. Like, could
That was
you
weird.
recreate your bedroom, your childhood bedroom?
Probably, because it's not any different than it was right now.
And like, what are the odds you would even have?
No, but if your mom had went through, painted everything, and would you have been able to recreate it? Exactly the way it was.
I think pretty close.
Without pictures.
I can see in my mind how it should look.
Should, but would it be exact?
Yeah.
It's like, what are the
Well,
odds
this is why you
Because I
always
have my mom saved everything from my childhood, so I still have it all.
Well, this is why you always play Dawson, because you are Dawson.
Yeah, I've been reliving my childhood lately too. I've been playing with all my old toys with my nieces, so it's been fun.
I was gonna say, because what are the odds that you'd even have everything still to use?
Oh, I do.
She said I do.
My mom kept everything, and I'm not joking.
Every single toy.
Yes. I've been recently going through her basement, getting things, and
So like all your
It's
bra
wild.
stuff.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because my great nieces are getting into my garage.
Oh.
Isn't it so much fun? Because like I know we don't have kids, so it's not
Yeah.
like we can watch our own daughters do this. But to watch like your nieces
Mm-hmm.
get so excited about playing with like the Barbies and stuff and the baby dolls that you played with.
The baby dolls have been a huge thing for
I'm
my
not
nieces
gonna lie.
lately.
I'm not gonna lie. I have kept some things.
Yeah, you gotta.
No. Some
What?
things away from the children.
Well, yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that too, you gotta.
Because they're
To
rough.
break it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, mine. You know the little Barbie like van and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
They think it's a damn car.
They tried to get in it?
Yeah, they do get in it. And I cringe every time because I wanted to keep that for if I had a daughter.
Right.
Not for you to break.
Exactly.
And then if I try to lift them out of it, they get mad at me. And I'm like, now so I do have a slug bug, you know, the Barbie slug bug. I kept that and I said to my parents, they are not allowed to touch this.
Yep. I don't blame them.
Because if I have a daughter, I want her to have at least something. Like, okay,
exactly.
You know, they can ruin the van. But you're not going to ruin the Barbie slug.
No.
That is not going to happen on my watch.
I feel that.
So I've kept
toys like
some
that.
things. And even like some baby doll stuff I've kept.
Yeah.
In case I have a kid. Because I don't need to give everything, right?
Right.
You know?
That's why I feel like, yeah, you do want to give them some of your things, but you want to keep it for your own kid, possibly.
Yeah. So that's how I am. So I'm like, well, I just want to make sure I'm not like being selfish.
Right.
And not giving them, not giving them enough, shall I say.
Oh, but no, I'm sure they're plenty spoiled.
Oh, they are. Well, they are. No, this house they think is theirs.
Of course. They probably try to run it when they come over.
Have you seen?
Oh, I saw all the drawings. Oh, yeah.
I walked in and I was like,
Wonder who was here.
On my floors, luckily the paper's down, but I'm like, teaching them to write on the floor.
Yep.
And that would be my parents' fault.
I believe it.
And no, my parents are telling me to stop overreacting because they said the paper is down. Okay. It's the same color as the floor.
They're going to think it's okay to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was so upset. I'm like, I would never let my own kid do that. So, do that at your own house.
Yeah.
Don't be doing it here.
Right.
Whose house is this? That's what I want to know.
Brittany.
But yes, I just want to make sure you saw that.
Oh, I did. And it was one of the first things I noticed.
It's because it's all over the floor.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, the good thing is, I think all of our nieces and nephews love us, right?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Are they, your guys, like, do they think you're the favorite? Or...
Well, my eldest niece was mad at me today.
Oh, I get that.
Because I yelled at her. And I'm very mean for yelling at her. And she scowled at me the whole time I was leaving her driveway.
You're like, bye.
Jaycee's making the faces right now.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, she was so mad. She's like, they went camping. She goes, I don't want Jaycee to go camping with us because she's going to yell at me.
Do you ever yell at yours?
No.
They're probably not that naughty.
No, not really.
This little girl.
She said this little girl. You know what I usually do? I usually call someone else to yell at them.
Well, I had to do that today. She got very upset with me. She wasn't listening, so I had to call Mom.
Now, unless it's like they're about to like hurt their baby brother, then I'm like,
right.
And then they get mad at me and like throw a fit, and I'm like, you were about to hurt him, no.
Mm-hmm. Or they're about to hurt themselves.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard to say just because mine live some distance away.
Yeah.
Last time I saw them was February, so.
Oh, that's got to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
Yeah, but luckily, my oldest nephew had a baby in February, so he lives here, so I can see him. So I just saw him the other day. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you get to snuggle the little baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jaycee, when you having a kid, so I can snuggle your baby.
I don't know. Hopefully soon. I gotta find a baby daddy first.
Oh my god. Just don't find anybody as creepy as Jack Osborne. I have to say his last name just because there's two Jacks on the show.
Yeah, I put Jack O in my comments.
Jackie O.
Yo or Yo. Oh. Now, it's weird. I just wonder where they came up with putting Jack Osborne.
Yeah.
I don't get
I
it.
don't
And
get it.
actually using his name.
I think he must have been a fan of the show and his parents got him on there.
Because that's just weird. Because
Yeah.
normally, if you're an actor, you
Mhm.
just join the show as another character.
Right.
You don't use the same
Yourself.
your name. So and it's like too if you like when they had Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
At least she was performing, and then that was it.
Right.
It wasn't anything else. So it's
Mhm.
not. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. And he's back again.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
like that they had Dr. Drew on. This is like off topic, but I like that Dr. Drew was on.
What about what's his name? Adam.
Carolla.
Yeah, him.
Who's
The other guy.
I
Now,
don't like
I have a
him.
question. Where do you know Dr. Drew from?
MTV?
But specifically.
Teen Mom?
Thank you!
I
I told that to Cynthia.
didn't know he was a thing before that.
Yeah, I don't watch reality TV, so I don't know who either of them were.
See, I think that's because Teen Mom is our generation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, it's Dr. Drew from Teen Mom. And Cynthia's like, what?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Dr. Drew.
And he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
He looks the same.
Is that good or bad?
It's odd because it's been so many years.
2003. Long time.
Yeah, so Graham's, Helen, and Jen are in the living room having small talk.
You mean awkward talk?
Yeah.
They weren't even saying anything. They were just like sipping their tea or whatever they were drinking.
Yeah.
Their hair.
Basically, how's the weather?
Mm-hmm.
None of them know how to act
And it's,
with each other.
And it's so weird because I thought Helen told Jen she loved going to Capeside.
They're in Boston.
No. As in, like, she loved taking Jen to Capeside when she was little.
Yeah. Oh, not now.
Well, she's in her life now. And so I'm just saying, like, you would have that relationship with your mom then, right? If you're every summer taking your daughter there.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't make any sense that you'd have nothing to say to your
They
mom.
probably didn't talk so much once Jen came into
Moved
the
in.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah, because she hasn't been there since Thanksgiving, like 3-4 years ago. But then again, they're in Boston, not Capeside, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just weird, but I also just don't like Helen.
Same.
Yeah, so Jen says she has hand on her hands, so she's going to wash them and tells him to find a current, a subject more current than hairstyles and weather patterns.
Well, and then she said, I think Jen's made you happy. To Graham's. Well, of course.
Yeah, keeping her young.
I wonder if Helen is a little jealous that
the relationship they have.
Because when you have a daughter, that's what you want your relationship to be.
Yeah.
Where you can talk about anything.
I think she just pushed Jen away too much.
Well, she did. And then Graham's was
picked up the pieces.
She was judgy, but she knew how to handle, or she learned how to handle Jen. And then Jen just learned to respect Graham's.
Yeah.
And now they have this amazing relationship. So I wonder if Helen does sort of, regret maybe what happened. She doesn't have that with Jen.
I mean, but
it's
Jen
awkward.
Did turn out better because of it.
Yes, the New York Jen is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just talking about Jen's transformation. How Helen's so impressed with what Graham's done with her. And,
to be honest, this was a boring episode.
Yeah,
besides for them.
Yeah, Graham just said it wasn't easy.
I kind of want to get to Dawson.
Yeah.
And then Graham brings up, if she needed Helen, would she be there to help her and support her? And she says, of course, you're my mother.
Did you see when she said it? I thought she went, of course. Not like, of course, Mom, I love you. It was, of course.
No, it's like, she was like, because she said, like, I don't know why you'd even have to ask that. So
no, but it was a very long pause before she answered. It wasn't, like, if your mom said that, you would basically stop your mom from finishing the sentence with, of course, like, really?
Yeah.
But she was actually letting her finish and then paused and then went, well, yeah, why would you ask that? It's like, because you're seeming like you don't want to help your mother.
I think she's maybe trying to take in everything that's happened in the past so many years, and like, I think she's realized like she's missed out on a lot.
Well, she is.
Yeah.
But Jen wanted her to basically come back when remember? Because she was like, oh, you can leave Dad and come back. And her mom's like, no, I loved my life. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, that's not how you're going to get a relationship with your daughter or mother.
Exactly.
But I did think it was funny when Graham's like, oh, I have to go help in the kitchen or go get something. And I was like, I love it.
Oh, Grams.
But I felt bad for Graham's. Everyone's in her business.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pacey is at a bar doing paperwork. It looks like it, at least. So I think maybe he was filling out like an application to work there, or
Yeah, he's got to find a job now.
He's got to find a job to pay
He's
Dawson.
got to make some money.
No, he's got to pay Dawson.
and that's when
He doesn't
Audrey,
have to, but he probably wants to.
If he ever wants to talk to Dawson or Joey again, he might want to.
Joey?
Well, Joey would take Dawson's side if he wouldn't, like if she knew he wasn't going to pay him back, or he didn't feel guilty or anything.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she does.
Joey's always about doing the right thing.
No, she usually just sides with Dawson. That's why.
But I mean, that was ultimately Dawson's choice.
I know that's your thinking, but Joey's thinking would be, you screwed Dawson.
Now give him the money back. But Pacey don't even have the money.
Nope.
Yeah, so Audrey and Jack walk in, and Audrey sees him and says her ex-boyfriend is a day drinker. Life is clearly bleak without her.
And she needs to go talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He held on to her way too long.
Audrey, asks what happened to his job, because she knows he's not taking a long lunch break.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the scene.
Me neither. I mean, it was Audrey.
Yeah, I think they had a little moment because, he was thinking about, drinking to pass the time, and she says, quit while he's ahead because he's not cut out for it.
She would know. Out of anyone.
And they kind of have like a deeper conversation about, her drinking habits and usually avoiding places like a bar.
Well, yeah, but he did say that he wasn't really drinking.
Why would you be at the bar then?
He was thinking about it,
Yeah, he got himself something to drink. He just wasn't gonna. He was thinking about drinking.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not worth it. Just because he's drowning.
Yeah, she says that in the morning when he's sobered up, the problems will still be there.
Yep, he's still gonna be broke.
Very true.
Yeah, so Pacey appreciates Audrey for not walking on eggshells around him about that. And then back in Dawson's room, Joey is, getting used to the room being how it was now.
But she talks about not speaking to him for the year.
Yeah.
And she said, it wasn't easy not talking to you.
But that was annoying, that scene, because,
it was
she could have talked to him.
And it was weird, too, because what do you mean it wasn't easy? It seemed to me like it was perfectly easy.
Exactly. She never was like,
I need to talk to him. I miss
missing Pacey.
Dawson. Missing Pacey.
No. Joey.
Yeah, who is she missing?
I said it's not like she was crying about missing him or anything.
Yeah. That was my thing was I don't get it because you have his phone number if you want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's usually in Capeside lately.
Right.
So I don't understand. Plus, it was easy. You had Eddie. The problem is with Joey, when she's with somebody, she ignores everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And so, because she was with Eddie, so it's all about Eddie. And then she, for those couple episodes, moved on with Pacey. And then now that Pacey and Joey are, quote, over, now she's going to say, it was so hard not to talk to you. What the hell does that mean? Whatever.
That girl's so wishy-washy. I'm sick of her.
Yeah, and then did you hear this? She said Dawson's clever because she read his script, and I went, Dawson? Clever?
She's always loved his scripts, and I don't get it.
But they suck.
I thought it was funny how she said not talking to him was like another thing she didn't do, like shooting heroin or driving drunk.
Something that she never does.
Yeah, so he's shocked he's up there with the dangerous activities.
That wasn't even a good comparison.
No.
Yeah, and Joey says our casual sex, and for so long he was the only person in the world she wanted to be with, and somehow he became her only one-night stand. So I'm glad that was brought up again because it just seemed like they kind of forget, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only remember Pacey's moments. But then the comment, I never thought that losing you was part of the plan.
I think just the plan of life.
Cliche.
Yeah.
Well, you're not soulmates. Quit the soulmate thing. And also, friends do move on. Like, if you're not in the same town with somebody, it is harder to keep in touch. And especially because they didn't have social media back then, you had to pick up the phone and talk to them. And if you're busy and if you're on different schedules, you're not going to talk to them.
No.
So it's going to be, at some point you're not going to speak to that person all too often.
Kind of what happens when you grow up.
Yep.
Sucks, but yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that scene. I was like, I feel like it went on too long.
The only scenes I really liked were the ending scene.
When it was over.
Yeah.
And somehow Joey read the script all in one sitting too.
How?
I know.
It must have been a short script. I love Joey. There you go.
Yeah, the end.
She's my soulmate. We're meant to be together. That's it. I mean, what else could there be in the show?
Right.
And Joey thought that she was the one that escaped Capeside and he was the hopeless dreamer, but it's the other way around.
And I still don't understand why Dawson thinks that he needs to make a 10th film about him and Joey's love life. It wasn't that
This
good
has been
in real life, so...
his thing since the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. Come on, Dawson, move on.
And it just makes no sense. Like, they've done this. Move on. It would be one thing if they didn't do it in, what was it, season 2 or 3?
Mm-hmm.
And they saved to the end. Because then it would make sense.
We'll see why there wasn't any more seasons.
But you're still rehashing the past and going to make a movie you've already done. That just sounds stupid to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's how movies are these days. They're constantly just remaking stuff. He's ahead of his time.
Yeah, and Dawson just said that he thinks sometimes you have to lose somebody completely before you can figure out what they mean to you.
I can see that.
But what does she mean to him? Because their scene was so awkward and boring.
Yeah, they said they missed each other.
Yeah.
And then Helen
That was part of the script.
And then Helen is in the living room with CJ and Jack, and assumes Jack is the boyfriend.
Why?
She asks how they
He's
met.
cute.
And see, so you're saying that CJ's not.
Oh gosh, CJ. You guys know who that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Listen, I never watched Supernatural.
Oh, so you do know who it is.
Of course I know who it is, but I just never watched Supernatural.
That was Dean on Supernatural.
I don't know who the F Dean is.
That's his name on Supernatural.
I told you, I don't watch non-realistic things.
Supernatural's pretty realistic. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, the name just doesn't add up, but okay. Supernatural.
My brother was like super into it growing up, and my mom is
Growing up, when did it come out?
2008, 9?
8, 9.
I think around there.
I was in school. And
How come people are just now talking about Supernatural?
No,
it's been popular.
I don't know. Growing up, I didn't really feel like people talked to me.
Okay, people our age didn't talk about it too
Yes,
much.
I think that was the problem.
Yeah, just
like now they do.
Actually started 2005.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was on for
We're babies.
it's on for 15 seasons. So
That's a long time.
yeah, it just ended in
Sorry, Jensen, I did not watch Supernatural.
Seeing him in this was crazy. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Young Jensen.
it ended in 2020.
Dang. Yeah, that was on a long time.
Yeah, so it was during the pandemic. So I wonder if it wasn't for the pandemic, if it would have went on even further. But
Probably
Probably.
another 10 years.
That's insane.
it seems like they wrapped it up by the end. Yeah, so Jack clears things up, saying, CJ's the boyfriend.
I'm the gay one.
Mhm.
The mama, this is what gay people look like these days.
I know.
What?
I know. I was like,
Mhm.
ooh, that's
Huge stereotype.
yup.
And Jack points out that him and Helen met before at Thanksgiving.
And that was a thing. You already met Jack.
Yeah, and she said, I was probably drunk. He's like, oh, I know, I'm sure I was,
Ah!
Yeah, and it cleared up that was a joke, but I don't think it was a joke. And then Helen, now speaking to CJ, says that Jen speaks very highly of him.
Oh, but she didn't even know him.
Yeah, and that's why he says not very descriptive. And then
So when Jen said he's cute,
Yeah.
then the mom said, "Oh, it's Jack."
Well, Jack is cute. They're both cute. I think CJ's cuter. Is that his name?
What'd you say?
CJ, yeah, just your name backwards.
Yeah. Cuter than Jack.
Ooh, she just said that CJ's cute. Oh, I have a question. Is CJ cuter than Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I was gonna say something else. What?
is Jensen okay?
Yep.
Cuter than Chad Michael Murray? She has to think. Give it how you have to think. Which one?
You're gonna hate me for
Shit.
this.
It's not Chad.
No.
Jaycee.
No, not looking at him these days.
What? What are you talking about? I showed you Chad's shirtless. Remember that shirtless picture I showed you?
Yes, but
So, Cynthia, the shirtless picture of Chad now and day went around because he was in Mother of the Bride or something. And I sent it to Jaycee. And I was like, he still has it.
he does though. I mean, they're both really hot.
I'm not gonna lie. Chad back then in 2003 was much cuter than CJ.
Yeah.
I think it's because I like Jensen with his facial hair. Now.
Yes, that's what he
I don't like the baby CJ.
He aged well.
Yes. Like, I don't like the baby CJ.
Back then, I would pick Chad. Now,
Jensen.
yes.
I'd still pick Chad.
I mean, he's still hot as hell. So, I mean, it's just a personal preference.
Yeah, I just didn't like because I think it was hard too because I know what Jensen looks like now.
Right. That's why I had a hard time picking.
So it was very hard to like see him here, and he's has no facial hair and very
Baby
young,
face,
and it's
yeah.
weird. It's like, come on, this is so weird. Because at least Chad, we knew what he looked like back then.
Yes,
but Jensen, I only know what he looks like now, so it was really weird.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing him young.
But
besides big.
But I will say it was also weird to see Oliver Hudson young too. Oh my God.
Who's Oliver Hudson?
We've already went through this. Eddie.
We have gone through this.
Yes.
Who is he when he's older? Like, what characters does he play?
I
don't know either.
One thing I saw him in was Scream Queens Fox show.
Oh.
I think it was Fox, yeah. But yeah. So Helen, is asking CJ about school in New York, and she knows people who can show him around.
Of course, she does.
Who has 2 lovely daughters I could show him, and then some Jen walks.
Okay, why would you say about
that's
girls,
your daughter's boyfriend?
It's one thing if it was CJ's mom,
For
but this is Jen. You're like, this is your daughter's boyfriend. This is weird.
not a good thing to be doing.
She assumed that, they're going to break up because of distance.
Not all the time.
Right, exactly. That's what she says. They're not breaking up.
Especially because Jen really likes this one. I mean, he slept with Audrey, and she still like ended up with him.
Why would he sleep with Audrey? Because she put out?
Yeah, I think so.
These are the questions I need to know.
That's the only thing on your mind.
Pressing questions, for sure.
Is this where Bill comes in?
I think so.
Well, before that, Jen's talking to CJ about Nap, like how he's the one that's leaving her, and Jack's to be her own friend, left in his absence, and Helen points out that Jen was so popular, and she just replies, that's what's called putting out. So that just made CJ...
That's what's called putting out. I mean, she's not wrong.
And then, Uncle Bill comes barging in demanding to see Grams.
Mm.
And then, CJ asks what he's doing there, and Bill's like, I'm here to, with business with this skirt, and he's, said he wasn't leaving until it was finished. And Helen asks Jen who Bill is, and Jen explains it to her. That's a shock. And after calling her a few more times, Graham comes walking out, asks what Bill's doing there, and that's when, he goes on to say, like, no one walks away from Bill.
And he loves her?
Yeah.
This was so confusing because they just met not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they broke up. So it's just weird. Also, he loves her.
Why'd they break up? Because of cancer?
Well, she wasn't talking about it, yeah, because he said to her that she keeps wanting to compartmentalize.
Compartmentalize?
Yeah. Everything in time and space and making herself sick, and that's why she has cancer and it's eating her up.
Oh,
I hate him.
Yeah.
You hate him?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's an ass. Every time he's on the scene.
I think he cares.
No. Well, then you must not have watched that first date.
No, I didn't. It must have been on episode 19.
Huh? No, it was like I don't know, some part in season 6.
Oh, on the episodes I skipped. Because I watched 20 and 21, but I didn't watch 19, but I watched 18.
No, it was like, maybe 7 or 8, something like that. It was a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Jack and Helen are shocked to hear about this because they're the only ones that didn't know.
And then Jack's looking at Jen, all sad.
He's upset. I mean, he's like, why
well, and it was
didn't
weird.
you tell me?
Well, and it was weird because someone said, does anyone know? And Graham said no, and I'm like, Jen knows.
And CJ.
Right.
And CJ, yeah, because Jen told CJ. So I didn't understand this. I was like, there's two people that know.
Is someone.
And so CJ. So
does Grams know CJ knows?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I'm not really sure.
I would think because he did say he wanted to help them.
That's true.
As much as he could or something.
Yeah.
But it was just weird that she didn't say Jen knew. Because then was Jack looking at Jen as, oh my God, how are you feeling? You just found out your grandma has cancer, or why didn't you tell me? Because
I think it's.
I don't know.
I think he's and I took it as he's thinking, why didn't you tell me? Like I could have helped y'all through this.
Yeah, but then it's said that nobody knows, so that's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Helen asks Jen if this is why she called her, and she said yeah. And then she tells Grams that Bill is right. She can't try and be a rock because it's not making her any happier or better, and not making her life any easier. So the best thing to do is be with family, which is true. And that's when Jen brings up about her, Grams, moving to New York into Helen's house because she only was 5 minutes away from the best hospital in town, country apparently.
Dang. Yeah, the whole country. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where she should be then.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Even if she can't stand her daughter, just
Mm-hmm.
go for
Stick
the
it out
doctors.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah, screw your daughter. Just go to the doctors. That's what I'm doing.
For real, at that point.
If she's my daughter, yeah, I'm going for the doctors.
Yeah, so Helen says she won't impose, that it's perfectly fine for them to move in with her.
She won't impose. It's your freaking mother and your
I
daughter.
know.
Exactly. Like,
Ugh, I told you I didn't like her.
Yeah. And then Joey and Dawson are walking downstairs. Time flew by when they were talking. But Joey says it was a nice surprise.
You know what I also didn't like though about Helen?
What?
She didn't care that Jen was overwhelmed with knowing this about Grams. Like it wasn't, once she found out, it wasn't, what can I do to help my daughter?
She was shocked.
Who is dealing with this. She just didn't think of it. She's not a good mother.
I think she needs time to process, about her mom first, and then.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a relationship with her mother, so.
But that's still really shocking news to find out when your mom has cancer. I've been there.
Not hearing it from her too. So
Yeah.
From someone you don't even know about, that you didn't even know was in your mother's life.
Well, Jen wasn't going to find out either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Dawson says the only thing he has left is figuring out who can play Joey in his movie.
My God.
Damn movie.
This damn movie about Joey.
Just cast Joey.
Yeah. And you cast yourself as Dawson and we're good.
Yeah.
Terrible movie, but we're good.
Yeah, so for this, since the three of us are here together again, we're going to reenact a couple scenes. Basically back to back, these next two. This first one with Joey, Pacey, and Dawson in their argument about finding out about the money. And we are actually going to be sharing a video clip of us saying these lines along with the original scene.
Though we can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm just introducing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the two though, we can talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like the actual scene itself.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Yep. So here is the first reenactment.
Pacey?
I didn't know you were home.
I wasn't really planning on making a trip, but I need to talk to you for a second. Is that okay, Dawson?
Yeah, of course. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, maybe?
Deal.
All right.
Actually, Joe, why don't you hang out for a second? Because you're gonna hear this sooner or later anyway.
What's going on? Are you okay?
Man, we were just getting back to being friends too. It's just a shame to ruin it.
What are you talking about? What would ruin it?
Money. Money would ruin it.
What happened?
It's gone. Your money's gone. My money's gone. Some guy on Long Island's money is gone.
What do you mean, gone? That was all the money that I had.
I know it was, Dawson. And I honestly thought Step Attack was going to take off. I swear to you.
Right. Yeah, of course. Otherwise, why would you blatantly ignore my request to sell the stock?
Man, I was just trying to do the right thing.
Oh, damn it, Pacey. You're always trying to do the right thing. You're always so eager to be the hero. You never quite see all the pieces of the puzzle.
Dawson, you came to me with your dream because you thought I could help make something of it. And somehow this comes back yet again to the fact that I screwed you over?
Let's just stick to the topic at hand, okay? So we can just solve this problem by going inside and trying to get calm, and we'll talk about it.
Joey, talking about this isn't going to solve anything.
What are you talking about?
He means it's not about money. So fine then. Let's just talk about what's really going on here.
You know what? I see no reason to judge up baggage from the past just to fill in the moment, Pacey. I mean, let's remember something. This exchange between you and Dawson is purely a business exchange, and I think we need to remember to keep it at that.
She's right. It is business between us, because God knows we haven't been best friends in a long time, have we?
No, we certainly have not.
You want to know why we're not friends, Pace? It's not because of what happened with Joey, even though it turned my world around. It's because From that day forward, I realized that you hadn't been my friend for maybe quite some time. Because the second you made us competitors...
That I made us competitors? No, now you're rewriting history, Dawson.
I remember when my best friend had a choice and chose to turn his back on me. And if you'd ever stopped setting us against each other, you would have realized that you and I are not that far apart.
Oh, spare me the speech. You are not going to convince me that our worlds are anything alike. You're just upset because I broke out of mine.
Broke out of yours? How? By putting on a suit and then slaving away at something that doesn't even interest you? You made money. Congratulations. You impressed us all.
How dare you? You know nothing about me, man. I was good at my job.
Then why am I broke?
Because that's life. I didn't make that choice. I have lost literally everything. What do you want from me, man? Does this make you happy that you're back on top now? I mean, you always liked it better when you were in charge. So is this what you wanted? Does this make it all right?
You don't want to know me, Pace. You wrote me off a long time ago.
Really? Really? What? Back when we were the best of friends? When we were brothers? Was I just out of the house every time you tried to call me over the last 3 years?
Okay, can you guys just stop it? I can't stand here and just listen to you guys do this anymore.
I didn't mean to lose your money. I didn't know that what happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I. This was just a big mistake from the beginning, I guess.
Okay.
And now we talk about the scene.
I have a thing with this.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell? I'm so confused. How in the hell did this get from money, Dawson losing money, to Pacey screwing Dawson over by being with Joey?
Because it's always been about that.
But in the script,
It's about money at first.
where in the world does it really, like, what words did you get that made it about Joey? Because here, money.
Because for Dawson, it's always been about Joey. It's weird. It doesn't make sense, but Pacey could do anything, and it would always come back to Joey.
I don't get it. I'm like, where in this script does it say that they're talking, strictly about Joey? Because they're talking about money and how he lost it. Well, that's what it should be. There was no turn. It wasn't a turn until all of a sudden it was, no, that's not what he's talking about. And it's like, how did you get that?
I didn't get that out of it.
I only get it off the script, but I didn't get that at all.
I didn't get when Dawson said that. Was it Dawson? Yeah, Dawson who said that he made them competitors.
Yeah.
Like, how did Pacey make them competitors?
I think Dawson's the one that made them competitors.
Yeah.
Remember that whole boat race?
Yeah, exactly.
No. So Dawson is saying because he made them competitors because...
With Joey?
Yeah. Well, because remember, they're both going after Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Once Dawson found out that Pacey was in the race, as Dawson is basically
I don't
saying.
think Pacey ever looked at it like that, though.
No, he didn't. Because if you remember season 1, Pacey told Dawson he had a crush on Joey.
Yeah. He's always been transparent about it.
He's always liked Joey. So in Dawson in season 1 didn't remember that was just a sister. Well, guess what? That's what you thought, but Pacey liked her before you did.
Yeah.
So if anyone won this, it should be Pacey because he liked her from the start. And he always apparently has because he would mess with her when they were little kids.
Very true.
So he always liked her.
What about when Dawson said that they're not that far apart? From what? From their lives? Like,
yeah, their lives.
Yeah, he's
at this point they're not anymore. Now that
they're broke.
They're both broke.
Kind of go round.
But Dawson has a higher up because he had filmed that movie.
Yeah.
So he could get a job. Now, Pacey, on the other hand, got fired. So there's a difference.
He's still got experience being a broker.
Yeah, but he beat up his boss. No one's gonna hire him.
Yeah.
You must not have watched that.
If they know, but if they know the kind of guy which he's been in the industry, they know what's the guy's name? Dick?
Rich.
I mean, he is.
Dick is short for Rich.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dick.
He's probably well known in the industry, and if anyone knows that's who got beat up, they'll probably be like, "Good job,"
and you get a raise. Oh my god! But that threw me off. I'm like, we're talking about money. Now we're talking about Joey. What?
Yeah,
Joey.
it was kind of.
And it was all in one. I'm like, where did but I just wonder where it turned.
It was fun yelling at you.
What about the part when Pacey said he didn't make that choice? He lost everything, but he kind of did make the choice.
By not pulling out.
Yeah. And putting everything in. So.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I get where Dawson, okay, this is where it comes to. I get where Dawson is coming from getting mad, because I don't know how I would take knowing I lost all my money.
Right.
I have nothing.
Right.
And that I told, like, if you did that, if you were Pacey, I had told you to take my money out. And that's your job.
Yeah, and I didn't listen.
That was Pacey's job, to put money in, take money out. That's your job.
When told.
Yes. So when Dawson says, take my money out, you take the money out.
And he chose not to.
He chose to leave it in.
He gambled Dawson's money on his own.
So he did screw Dawson on that.
Yeah,
so I get where Dawson's coming from. But Dawson also did tell Pacey to do it. So
yeah.
They're kind of both at fault in a way. But Pacey did screw. But also too, another thing about this scene is so a couple episodes ago, they were acting like they were best, well, not best, but becoming friends again and everything. And Cynthia I said, well, what's Dawson gonna find out when Pacey and Joey are hanging out, because they're getting close again. Well, they were friends. They're starting to. And now all of a sudden Dawson's like, no, we were never friends. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You're just mad that you have no money. And also Dawson should be very grateful that he is living with Gail.
Yeah.
And
God, he takes that for granted.
Well, because Gail pays for everything. So it's not like Pacey. He's homeless.
Yeah.
How's he going to pay rent? He's not.
Right.
So, and Jack's moving away. So he's got nothing. But I'm sorry. Not the best broker, clearly.
No.
Because he put all of his own money in there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. You only put a percentage in. You don't put the whole thing in.
Well, he thought it was going to be great.
Well, yeah, because Rich told him that it was going to make it.
Screw that. Rich named Dick.
So yeah, I just didn't really understand that part. But Dawson did make me laugh in that scene. When he's getting all sick.
My stomach. Well, I would be sick too if I lost all my money.
Can I say it, you guys?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
You told me to say, you don't even know what I'm going to say. So we did a pre-take.
Oh, God.
And we may or may not decide to share it with the public, but
we were practicing.
Jaycee took Cynthia right out of the scene.
And sitting there rubbing my stomach, acting like Dawson.
It was the funniest thing. Oh my
Cynthia
god.
goes, oh my gosh, are you okay?
It was so funny.
It was sweet. It was real sweet, because I did look like I was
You were
not feeling good.
I was like, not on my new floors, you're not. But it was funny. So then we had to do it again just because
Yep. It was good.
So yeah, it was really funny. Just had to throw that in there. But yeah, that was a fun scene. I was happy that this scene was like 5 minutes of the show because it was important because
It was a big part.
how we wondered how Pacey was going to tell Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just don't really think there is a way to tell him.
No.
Now, Jaycee.
Yeah.
How do you think Pacey and Dawson from here can be friends? I mean, Dawson just got screwed.
At this point, I don't know what it would take besides Pacey paying the money back.
Okay,
like
but
we
that's
discussed.
still
He's gonna lose he lost the trust.
Yeah, the little trustee.
Yeah.
I don't from here I don't see how you can be friends.
Mm-mm.
Right.
I mean, I just don't. And if you're gonna end the show, how do you end it like that? Like,
Right. Yeah.
okay, so if they do make up, it would just be for the ending of the show. I would feel like it was not genuine.
Right.
They should have said they should have had it where Pacey has some money that he can give to Dawson, because then Dawson would be like half upset.
Yeah.
You know, it would be more understanding than him just losing everything.
Right.
It didn't. But now, how did you like though when Dawson did compare that basically their worlds are alike? I couldn't.
I don't think they're alike.
Because Pacey has always had to work for it.
Dawson's had handouts, I can say, his whole life.
And his parents have always babied him. And I mean, look, he's living off Gail's money.
Probably Mitch's money.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense where Pacey has to work.
I don't know.
But Pacey has to work for it, and he always has.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense that Dawson and Pacey are equals.
No.
In any way. Listen. But Joey, though, I mean, I don't really understand her either.
No. I mean, she's just caught in the middle of it.
Well, and then when she was talking, this is just a business exchange. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
Until Pacey decided not to pull it out.
Yeah.
And then Pacey said that Dawson wrote him off, right?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Dawson
Dawson.
told Pacey.
Yeah.
You wrote me off a long time ago.
So
when
would that be? Like,
yeah, Jaycee/Dawson. When would that be? When did you stop? When did I stop being friends with you?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I did like when Pacey said you're rewriting history. Oh my god! Because remember though, Dawson told Joey in season 3, it's either him or me. You can't have both of us.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where the competition came from. I don't know. But Dawson, when he said that he remembered when his friend had a choice and he chose to turn his back, and it's about Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Pacey loved her. What was he supposed to do?
I don't know.
And Joey loved him. They're just not going to be together because Dawson is.
He blames it all on Pacey when it's also Joey's fault.
But it didn't make any sense because, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, Pacey needs to fall in love with who he loves, and so does Joey. And if it's the two of them, suck it up, Dawson.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say. But Dawson was an ass, though, when he said, "Real thought of yours," but wearing a suit.
Well, I don't think he was an ass. It's kind of true.
Oh, but you loved the clapping, didn't you? Yeah. Dawson did.
I did.
Of course you did. But I do love how Pacey did apologize at the end.
Okay, so now the second reenactment. So this is a scene right after that one with Pacey and Joey on the pier. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. You okay, Pace?
You don't have to do this.
Do what?
Sit out here with me. I know you'd rather be in the house with Dawson. So why don't you just go and help him lick his wounds?
Things never change here, do they?
No. Because these are the roles we're destined to play.
No, Pace. These are the roles we chose to play. Look at us, sitting out here on the dock, in front of the same house we've been haunting for years, are practically ghosts of our former selves. And honestly, I don't think anyone really remembers what they're mad about anymore.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Pacey, if I wanted to go back into that house, I would have gone a long time ago. Don't you know me at all by now?
I don't want you sitting here feeling sorry for me.
I don't feel sorry for you. I feel for you, Pacey. Can't you ever tell the difference?
I don't know. Because you and I have had a very confusing run of things, especially lately.
Okay. You know, no matter how much I love you or how long I stay with you, you're only going to remember the moments when I leave.
Well, you gotta give me that much, because those are pretty much the most painful moments in my life.
That's because you ask for them, Pacey. I'm sorry, you do. Your whole life you spend so much time expecting the worst, they don't even notice the moments when people are loving you. And Pacey, people spend a lot of time loving you.
Well, with all due respect, Joe, my best friend just walked away from me. But that's not even the worst of it. The worst thing is, he hasn't even really known me for the last 3 years. So please, clarify that for me. How does that qualify me as a man who has a support network?
Well, you have a person sitting right here, don't you? But of course, that's not enough. Not until you let it.
In what world do I have you?
Look, just because I don't fit into that place you want me to, doesn't mean there's not a place for me, Pacey. Does it?
Joey, this isn't your fight anyway.
You're right. You're right, it's not my fight, because it's been over for a really long time, Pacey, and it's up to you to make it right.
I don't know how to make it right.
Well, you're gonna have to figure it out. You know, that's the thing about ghosts. They say that they don't leave until they're at peace with what they left undone. And scene.
Yep. So that one, when it was weird when she said that we're practically ghosts of our former selves, that they've been haunting the same house for years. I thought she loved the Leary house. What's she talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know.
she grew up there.
Yeah, that threw me off. I'm like, you're haunting the house?
Right.
Okay. Another thing is when she said, about leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You're only gonna remember the times when I leave.
Yeah.
She only they didn't go back and forth like Dawson and Joey did.
Right.
He broke up with her,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't get back with him because Eddie came back. I don't understand how she keeps leaving. What's he talking about?
Right.
Do you understand what he's talking about? Because I
No.
clearly don't.
I feel
Because he said those are the most painful moments of my life, but I'm like,
it was only really one time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Dawson and Joey that do this for 6 years. I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then he's the one that left first, too, so.
Yeah, he broke her heart.
Mhm.
What is she gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Oh, what did you guys think about when they were talking about the roles they were destined to play? I'm like, here we are, talking about the show.
Ugh.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. But I did like though that she went out to see Pacey
Mm-hmm.
and not in there with Dawson.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
He needed some comforting.
Even though he's trying to push her away.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I like the scene.
Me too. And then we go back to Boston at Graham's house where Jen talks to Jack. You know, he's still kind of mad that Jen didn't tell him about Graham's.
So when they tell Jack that he can move in with them,
I was happy.
did you hear Graham's though? You'll have to share a room with Jen. I'm
Yeah. In a big house, like they don't have more rooms. They made it sound like the house was huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's New York, so I don't really...
Yeah, but didn't they get a divorce? So maybe Helen can't afford that much.
I thought she got
Graham,
the house.
Yeah, Graham said she got the house in the divorce, so it had to been big.
Yeah, well, they only had one kid, so I'm not sure. But
And it made it sound big.
but I was just like, but they're also in their 20s.
That would be 3 rooms. So I guess a 3-room house in New York would be pretty big.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, Jen and Jack sharing a room. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
They're in their 20s.
But haven't they shared a room before?
I thought Jack had his own at Graham's. Because he had the grandpa's room, remember?
That's right.
They cleared grandpa's stuff out for him. Yeah. And then the ending.
Well, they were just kind of going through, memories about, how Jen moved in with Jack when Grams kicked her out. And it was sweet how Jack said that Jen and Grams are the only family he has.
Well, it's true.
Besides for Andy, we don't know. And then they never mentioned what happened to the dad or the mom. They just kind of disappeared
Fade
from the show.
away.
Yeah, so we all agree that they're going to live together in New York.
I love that they're all going to live together like that. They included Jack and like, where else would he go?
Yeah, because
there's
nothing
he'd
in
be
Boston.
lonely.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Boston for Jack, really.
And he became family to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Jen, quote unquote, said Boston doesn't appreciate Jack's fabulous gayness. And then at Hell's Kitchen, Jack asks Audrey if she's ready for this, she's going to perform, and just to not mention her childhood or anything. And apparently, I don't guess Jack's her manager or something, introducing her.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
it sounds like.
Yeah, but he says that Audrey is a girl near and dear to his heart, or at least across from his bedroom window. And if he had to be a woman, he would be Audrey. She's the toughest blonde he knows. So that was a weird introduction.
Oh, it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then she does end up playing, but I thought it was kind of funny because you can tell she's not playing the guitar. That is her voice.
I wondered if it was her voice.
Yeah, because she's strumming too slow for the song.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out.
It was too noticeable. But and then while she's singing, we see little clips of Graham's baking with Jen, Jack, and Helen, and then Pacey on the dock alone. And then he starts walking to his car, Dawson in his bedroom, and Joey sitting outside her house with an open journal next to her. She's crying.
Okay. Why is Joey crying? What has this got to do with her?
I don't know, maybe because she said that they're kind of apart, Dawson and...
They've been apart. They're not friends.
I'm just trying to...
It's dramatic. It's not like they've been best friends and this just ruined it. They haven't been friends.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense that she's crying.
Yeah, nobody's mad at her for anything. So.
And she'll always have a relationship with both of them. They're, they love her. It's just, I didn't like the crying at the end for her. And also, it was weird that Pacey was still in the dock, right?
Yeah.
After all that time.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks away. And then Dawson is watching him out the window. I'm like, you've been creeping on him the whole time. That was my thought. And he watches him walk away. But yeah, I didn't really care for only the dramatic stuff with the three of them. And then, only Pacey.
Yeah, I was bored.
Pacey and Dawson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'll go first. My high was Pacey and Dawson. Only because... It needed, I think this episode needed the dramatic in both of them because they both were dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, can you blame them?
Pacey, no.
Really? Not Dawson just lost all his money because of your boyfriend?
Well, I don't give a crap about your boyfriend. He deserved it.
How did he deserve it?
Because he's a jerk. Because he's
How's
a
he
bitch.
A jerk? How's he a bitch? He gave Pacey all of his money. Pacey's a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
So I just felt like the episode needed that. I did like Joey and Pacey on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
The rest, there was not really much going on. The low was, I think it was, Jack and Audrey. I really didn't care for their storyline because everybody else kind of made sense, but not that one.
I think my low was the way Helen said to Jack about, this is what the gays look like now.
Right.
I was like, oh, wow. That's bold.
Yep.
Because that's what, what's his name? Cornell. Radio guy.
Oh, Adam Kroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said the same thing, too.
He did.
Yeah, because,
they had a thing on the show, didn't they, about that?
Yeah. Because David was asking him a question, and he said, break up with him, and I'm not saying that just because he's a gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just sounded, and here it just sounded just derogatory, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see both of yours?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, my high was when I found out that Jack was gonna move with Grams and Jen.
Oh God.
Yeah, my low. I felt bad for Jack. Helen too, but more Jack of
Yeah.
finding out that way about Grams, and then the high was, I guess, the nice moment between Joey and Pacey. Because at least somebody made amends out of the three at the end,
I like that.
and then Brittany.
I'd rate this a 7. Wasn't that good?
I gave it a 5.
Yeah, 7.
So for me, I think the best was Jen because she got her mom to come to Boston to find out what was going on, even though she didn't tell her.
Yeah.
She wanted Grams to tell her. And I just felt like Jen was just kind of including everyone in that. And she was really the only good one, I felt like. And then the worst was Helen. She called her mother that woman. And she was being rude about Jack and everything. So, about being gay. So I did not like Helen in this episode. What about you guys?
I didn't like Helen. She was my least favorite.
Was she the worst?
Yeah.
Who was the best?
Best.
Oh,
Ooh,
Dawson.
who was my best? No, it's not Dawson.
Jack.
I hate to agree with you, but it's Jen. I didn't want to steal it. I just didn't want to steal your answer.
Oh.
But
Well, it means we're on to something. We have the same answer. Cynthia? Let's see if she's looking at her. Her face is telling us she's going to pick somebody different.
Yep.
Well, for the worst,
if you say it's Pacey,
it might be.
We'll throw some across the room.
It could be Pacey.
then I guess I should dodge because I guess it was Pacey. I don't know. It was hard. I didn't like Helen either, but
What did Pacey do wrong in this episode? In this episode, he already lost the money. But what did he do in this episode that was wrong?
He already lost the money.
Well, he could have told Dawson earlier when he first saw him.
Very true.
He couldn't ruin Dawson's happiness at that moment.
He's gonna ruin it at some point.
Yeah, I think it just would have been better sooner than later.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, and then the best was Jen too, because she got her mom in and finally got some help because it was going to be too much for her to handle by herself.
Oh yeah.
Cynthia's trying so hard to make sure Pacey is the worst
No,
on her chart.
This moment.
All
I'm
right.
surprised I didn't bring the negativity board with you.
Oh. Yeah, we missed our negativity.
I already had 2 bags. I didn't need another.
Brittany's in the process of moving, so we got some stuff here.
A new recording room. Whoop, whoop.
More like an actual
recording
room.
nice. It's nice.
Yeah, so if it's echoey, it's just because this room is really empty. So
yeah.
Brittany's moving.
And there's no door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like it.
All right, next episode.
Episode 22, Joey Potter and Capeside Redemption.
Why is Joey Potter's name in this?
I don't know. Does she need redemption?
No.
Apparently.
Pacey needs the redemption.
Mm-hmm.
He needs something.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us, Jaycee.
Of course.
Will be the last time we see you for an actual episode, but we will see you back for the trivia.
That'll be fun. I'm excited.
I'm excited to watch
I'm going to lose, but...
Yeah, because we're all going to...
Now, I have a question, you guys.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win?
Cynthia?
Like I said, I take detailed notes so I don't forget anything, so...
I feel like Cynthia's going to look back at her notes to cheat.
No,
she don't have time to.
Yeah, it's too much reading. So far for this season, I have 172 pages.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Give
so
me a heart attack over here.
Once we get through episode, I'll look back at it. So.
Yeah, she won't have time.
Yeah, but we're gonna compete in a trivia for the show. We don't know any questions yet because we're not gonna cheat or anything. Somebody else that isn't one of us is gonna read off the questions and stuff. So.
Yep, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Me too. All right, thanks for listening.
Yep, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
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 Thanks for listening to this episode of Duo Chat. If you want to chime in with your opinion about the episode and the show we discussed, you can email us at duochatpodcast@gmail.com. And to keep up with updates about the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Duo Chat Podcast. And give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. We would appreciate it.